Good afternoon and welcome back to another episode of Mary's Book Club. Today we're going to be reviewing It Ends With Us by Colleen Hoover. Oh my gosh, where do I even begin with this book? The reason I chose to read it was because she is actually my cousin's favorite author. My cousin reads about 300 some odd books per year. This year, I think she set her Goodreads challenge to 500. And I think she's well on her way to do that. By the way, if you're not following me on Goodreads, you should. I have it linked down below, and I also should have it like somewhere in my profile. If you're seeing a video of mine for the first time, hey, hi, my name is Mary. This is my vlog channel where I do all sorts of things, such as review books every first Sunday of the month, and I kind of slacked in December. But I'm here now, and I'm ready to review the book. So if you like book reviews and things like that, do subscribe and come back for more. So the gist of the book is about a girl named Lily who moves from the small town of Maine to Boston and falls in love with a guy who ends up being, I'm trying not to ruin it for you guys, without any spoilers, ends up being something she's very familiar with. And he basically sweeps her off her feet for many reasons, more than one, but you have to grab the book to see why. Okay, let's just jump into the quotes because I feel like I'm going to spoil it if I keep talking. I must have highlighted this entire book. Okay, we'll start with this one. When my sister told me what happened, the only thing I could think about was whether or not he got shot. He got the shot. I was hoping his camera didn't fall with him because that would have been a real waste, you know? To die because of your love of photography, but you didn't even get the final shot that cost you your life. His thought makes me laugh, although I'm not sure I should have laughed at that. Do you always say exactly what's on your mind? He shrugs. Not to most people. This makes me smile. I like that he doesn't even know me, but for whatever reason, I'm not considered most people to him. Juicy, juicy. Ryle looks at me with a thoughtful expression. Lily, he says pointedly, there is no such thing as bad people. We're all just people who sometimes do bad things. That has to be one of my favorite quotes in the book because I always talk about how it's important to separate people from their actions. Now, granted, if it's repetitive behavior, at some point you really do have to, kind of use logic and understand that if a person keeps repeating the same thing over and over again, they may not have any good in them. And if they do have good in them, maybe you're just not the person that's ever going to experience that from them. Why is there only one door, he says. She owns the whole top floor, he chuckles. And she works for you? Damn, your life just keeps getting more and more interesting. I have nothing better to do for the next week now that I can't work. I might as well commiserate over my past while I'm forced to commiserate in the present. That's deep. We're both upset and kissing and confused and sad. I've never felt anything like this moment. So ugly and painful. But somehow the only thing that eases the hurt just caused by this man is this man. My tears are soothed by his sorrow. My emotions soothed with his mouth against mine. His hand gripping me like he never wants to let go. I need to feel his sorrow. His regret. I get both of these things in the way he kisses me. I spread my legs for him, and his sorrow comes in another form. Slow, apologetic thrust inside of me. Every time he enters me, he whispers another apology. And by some miracle, every time he pulls out of me, my anger leaves with him. Ooh, I can't read that part. I might spoil it. Ryle, I whisper to no one. I cover my face with my hands and I cry harder than I've ever cried. I am destroyed. 5 minutes. That's all it takes to completely destroy a person. Are you guys intrigued yet? If you ever need me, I want you to call me, he says. But only if it's an emergency. I'm not capable of being casual with you, Lily. In the future, if by some miracle you ever find yourself in the position to fall in love again, fall in love with me. He presses his lips against my forehead. You're still my favorite person, Lily. Always will be. I'm going to end there. Sorry, this one might be a short one because I didn't read a bunch. The book is just so hard to spoil, guys. Like, you just have to read it. Please, go get your hands on this book. It is freaking amazing from the very first page to the very last. And then reading about the author and a little bit of her background kind of makes it even more interesting. But again, I don't want to give it away. If I'm to rate this book, I'm absolutely going to give it a 5 out of 5. It is chef's kiss. And like per usual, I'm going to have links to the hard copy, the Kindle, as well as the audio book in the description box. I deeply, deeply enjoyed this book and reviewing it slightly. I thank you very much for watching, and I will see you on the very next episode of Mary's Book Club. Bye-bye now.